And this is the last game that's being played today. Correct? And then tomorrow at 10, Team Liquid is playing. And then at 1, Sentinels is playing. Tomorrow about to be hype as fuck. Let's go. That's exciting.
Seems like Sharks want to hunker down and try to take this fight.
Doug,
I thought he said
NUTURN
sharks
is saying, we don't
instead
even
of
want
sharks.
you to think about your strat. We've already taken out Frost, and that's a lot of the control that's going to be on the flank.
The
Now
boom
you need
bot
to
is
fight
so
the
bugged.
rest of them as they come in, and Sharks is doing their damnedest to hold this position. With the spike on the other side, that's about to be seen by Perry on the rotation.
Yeah, this is taking too long. Right? Like, it took so long, and yes, you take a look at Leitch, he's gotten all the way into the back of C, but Perry has rotated around like 2 ships in the night. They've passed right by each other. Now they're on opposite sides, and they're about to clash around this spike.
Oh my god, the cat and mouse
for them.
game right now. Nice shot by Denoru. That was a definite and necessary
Those shots
pick.
were
2v1 on him, focused down
insane.
back
Especially
alley.
for him being quite low.
Attacker spawn side. And okay, Sharks is slowing it down. They're regrouping exactly what they need to do. A little bit of util used to grab this back, and we're going to have a bit of a reset in the round here. How does it play out?
I
See,
think Sharks got this
High-tailed it
one.
over towards C where Solo
Unless
is
he
waiting, but
can
for
get
help,
knocked.
having you not much
I was
at
gonna say
all.
the
In
only
the
chance
sight.
was that Breach getting
Allows the
some
last one standing.
lucky shots off because
Wall
he's
gonna
only
keep him
4
at bay, at
health.
least for the time
If
being,
he
as the
could
spike goes down.
have killed one there, but otherwise, you know, it's over.
What
Way
a
too
play
low.
by Sharks to weather the storm so far. NUTURN getting
Yeah,
themselves into
really
murky
well
waters
played.
back there. Didn't have all
Then
the
again, I
angles.
feel
Sharks
like
was still
Haven
able
is
to work
pretty
around the map.
two-sided,
And
so
Pincer,
we'll
after
see
the
if
fact,
that's
I think NUTURN felt like they had too much
true
control over everything.
in pro
they didn't
games
have
as well.
the secondary was to kind of stay
Yo,
and
pop
pressure,
off, Sage.
and Sharks started to react. Great adaptation there
Unstable
in the
thing
first
they
round
meant.
to take pistol.
Very good adaptation. I think
Yeah.
one other thing that we didn't draw attention to
I
on
hear
the side of
Sharks,
Sharks
too.
is Fra often plays the
Not
Cypher.
every
This time
time,
he's
but for
brought
that
Killjoy
time, it
into the fold,
definitely
so you can
sounded like
tell
it.
Right.
Sharks have definitely put preparation time in.
I don't know both
specifically
teams. I don't
for this
really
map as they're
know
showing us something
international teams
different
either.
for the first time since
I
late
only
January, and
know-
it paid off on the pistol.
Yeah.
My NA team.
See what they do. Again, orb control by Lakia. We'll focus that. It was going to be one of my big ones coming in overall for the tournament. Our orb's going to be largely played around. So far, we see that is a yes here from NUTURN versus Sharks. As Prozine
What does
and
T-sided
Gavshis-
mean?
or
So
Gavshis
it
tries to
means
walk
that
up
it
that
is
A side, and looks like they're just gonna play it slow for
terrorist-sided,
now. Spike is down
which
in
is
the
a term
beginning.
from
They're saying,
CSGO,
all right,
but
we
it really
turtle for
means
now, and we actually see
attacker-sided.
what
So the
NUTURN
team
wants
that is
to do each
pushing
round.
and
Will they push
attacking,
like that
it is
again?
favored
So
for them.
This isn't Sharks being scared. This is them doing the turtle, figuring
NUTURN
out
gonna
what
win no
NUTURN is
cap.
throwing at them.
Why
In
you
this
say that?
round, it's kind of just an info deny, and Sharks are going to have to execute.
Well, and Dog, let's be honest, I don't know that I mind
Do
if
they
it's
follow the
necessarily
drone?
a little scared. Because you don't
Eliodini,
want
I
absolutely
donated
$2.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hello,
NUTURN have this
I just
habit
wanted
of
to
That's
say
a really
keep
good
doing
name
what
because
you
it
are
prevents
doing,
anybody
and I
from
believe
spraying
you
the
will go
smoke.
very
They could
far
also be
in
waiting
life.
to share. Like,
Also, if you
there's
have the
so much
chance,
that can be
please listen to
waiting
Butter
for
by
them on the other side that they're not
BTS.
prepared for.
It
So I
is such a
totally
good
understand.
I will
song, and
listen
I
to
think
Butter by
you will
BTS
like
on my
it.
next
Navigating the
DMCA day.
situation. They felt things out, excuse me, towards A. Now they're going to rotate to C. Another ult orb in the pockets of Denoru, and they have.
He's also got the spike. He just picked it up on the way up, so he'll plant for another one.
They're penta-flanking! They're penta-flanking!
Terrifying death ball. But I just don't know that they have enough firepower to really make anything happen out of it. And then the
I've
gun
never
advantage
seen a
that Sharks have is just
penta-flank.
full display here as NUTURN are just down to
Damn.
2 members left.
They haven't even gotten one. That sucks.
Strong play so far by Sharks.
I feel
Not
like
leaving
Sharks
anything to
knows
chance.
that they're
Strong
all on the flank.
fundamentals, playing together, trading off each other, not running solo to just give a roundup. There they are, the 1-2 back and forth as they work over each other's shoulders
NT.
for the pie in the face to parry.
But not the
3K
best
there.
NT. They only got shields off of
It
one
may
guy.
not matter what
not
Gauchi's
much for
playing
their
here.
eco.
Doug, 6-0-1, the known jet player. Coming out of Brazil,
Are you gonna
now
watch with
crushing
someone?
it on
Tomorrow.
the Sage, and we said he
Tomorrow
was
we
one
will
to
watch
watch.
with
That was
Dyson.
Prime Gaming Flawless as well.
Today
We'll
we
see it
chill.
again.
Yeah, you really can kind of understand why they're so highly.
I'm trying to figure out if
taunted,
after
and when I say
that
they, I
lineup.
really mean specifically Gauchi,
After
so
this,
you mentioned it. It doesn't really matter
what do I
want
wanna
to
do?
He just seems to find himself in the right place at
Do
the
I
right
want to
time.
play with some
That
friends
led
in
to, as
class?
you mentioned, a flawless moment, courtesy of Prime Gaming. But now NUTURN find themselves with 4 rifles. For
courteous.
Sharks, they've
I
got
do kind of
they've
feel
got
like playing on my
some
main, but I
rifles.
have no
Well, really
delay,
just
so-
one in the hands of Denoru.
not really the
you
best.
do not see too much full garage
Good
play on the
juke.
start. Usually a
Good juke.
fake, then a pull out to grab all the util that you can. We'll see how many they actually commit here. Garage is usually an afterthought as the map has been spread, util has been grabbed. You have one person go through garage
Ooh, they
as
had
the
one
final
guy.
take is going down. Here you see
Upgrade.
them use it as kind of a back and forth to see what they can get out and who might be in that area. Good intel so
Oh,
far.
wait,
from
it's
Sharks
2
as
p.m.,
they
never
back up
mind.
here. This is the bonus, so they want to
Yes!
kind of get as much out of
I guess I
NUTURN
can't
that they
do
can,
anything
so they're
after
not
this.
just finding vandals and one phantom down
I
there
don't
on
know why, I
Perry,
thought it was, like,
around
new.
the corner as they're holding, as you see, solo on a hard angle.
Who won from V1 and Crazy Raccoons? V1-1.
Gosh,
V1-1,
Solo should get some info there.
1-1.
And with time continuing
Me
to tick away, you have to understand there's a whole lot headed his way. Alau's going to get away from a precarious situation really by the skin of
I
his
hate
teeth.
pushing
You see
up
the wall has
short.
gone up across B to deny
Yeah.
any sort of information
I'm
coming that way. And they
doo-doo at
might,
it.
yeah, they are going to rotate back to it. They have enough
someone's
time.
on the box,
They've
I'm
blocked off a large bit of
over.
info that would be coming in from C-Link. So they're going to be
Dude,
able to
they
get
are
the spike
pushing
down.
on Haven
And this is
so
Riv, this is
well.
going to be a chaos.
It's like they tickle
fight
one
through
side and they
utility. You
push
see,
another,
He hasn't even
and
been able to get the spike down, and the
their
clock
control is
continues to tick
really,
away.
really
He's
clean.
going to have to get on it soon. There's the spike.
And they're
Lights
not
is able
being
to
too obvious
finally
about their pushing.
plant it. Numbers advantage still in favor of NUTURN, however slight. They're still there. Perry spotting where Gennaro is able to land the
Nice
shots
shot.
to clean him up. Another one falls on the side of Sharks as the round drops down into the hands of
Ruh-roh.
Frogs. He's going to get tagged up. Laski on the defuse, and I just don't know that he can do
Ass
much
over.
there between the utility that's coming from every possible way.
But
It's just too much to
good
handle.
plans.
NUTURN are on the board.
Yep. I love the mind
I'm
games
surprised,
coming out
actually.
of Sharks on that one.
they planted with
you see
5.
them going around to A.
But having
they
Vandals
fake a
against
bit.
Spectres is
Gabcheese
tough.
was able to create so
Can
much
you just
pressure
stay on the
there.
side-
Lucky is
on
like,
the side
"Do I
of
stay?
Sharks?"
Do we just play the
I know, it sounds like
Just like
sharks,
Julio
but
said,
it's sharks.
something that's
Okay,
fun
guys,
for
it's
NUTURN to
sharks.
think about
I
is playing
promise.
retake because they're so strong. They use their
OMG,
util
Poke,
really
you
well on
unbanned
the
me
way
from
in,
chat.
and they come in from every
Be on
angle.
your
Also,
best
holding
behavior,
B is
please.
really, really hard, especially after you've done so much around the map. So it was really in favor of NUTURN there. They picked up a round that should have been theirs. Also,
I
the
only
bonus,
hear
like we said before. So let's see what happens. Now we got rifles on rifles.
Rifles
Yeah,
on rifles, and I
rifles
think
on
Riv,
rifles.
we're going to learn a lot. Really,
He
from both
holds
of these
this
teams here.
like,
This is where
insanely. I
we
wonder
see
if
more
he'll
standard
actually get
defaults. This
fixed
is where
like
we
that.
start to see plays that may be dialed up. You see Lakia has the Hunter's Fury as Solo invests a bit of utility down A long.
I'm so pressed. I'm surprised the
Nothing doing
Sage
right yet. And much
is
like a
so
couple
far
rounds
up
ago,
considering
Red
she has
Sharks just
res.
kind of feeling
Yeah.
things out, right? What are they going to
Kakashoni,
get?
thanks
What
for
are they going
subbing.
to see from
Or
NUTURN?
Kakashona.
And you'll see, if you look into C,
Breach
you
has
see how
the
they're
worst
playing
cut
that,
ever.
If Parry and Suggest.
Like
You'll see
haircut?
NUTURN in that setup a lot. One will be in the front, draw attention, Parry will peek. They kind of give you the 1-2 punch. NUTURN loves that situation.
really
they play
good
off each other
clear.
so well. And you can see them not
I should
moving
clear
'cause
short
they
with
want
my
that
drone more.
to be executed once they get in. Just have Suggest drop, Parry peeks. So around the map now, allow
wanna
just
kill this
controlling
bug.
as we get Sharks into position for another move. You just have info being grabbed by Fra right now, seeing what he can figure out as they get into position, as everything
Can you
is held
imagine
here
playing this
over at
slow
A.
in a solo queue game? I could never.
Yeah, this looks like this is going to be an A hit. Again, with time in mind, there may not be much of an option to go anywhere else. And as we see, they've started
Well,
to dash on.
they're all off site, so I guess they're playing retake together.
Has to stay alive.
But
though, using
between
a couple shock darts to
between
delay
all
the
of their
plane, at least for
util,
the time being.
I think retake
And
is
there's the
going to be
Hunter's Fury
hard.
as well, but may have been a bit early. Yeah, Denaro's just be able to dance things around, but with 13 seconds left, now they're going to have to force the spike
think this
down.
is gonna
In a
be
less than
hardest.
ideal situation,
Fuck
Gennaro
to it.
manages to
I
get
mean,
it down
retake.
just in time. And now it's going to be an
What,
absolute
that
bloodbath for the
nade?
side of 4-on-4 as Pros and dances
Okay,
around
I
the
take it
cloud
back.
burst as that
They broke the wall, they
evaporates.
killed
There
the
come
Sage.
kills, and there goes the round win for
no,
Sharks.
no,
A 2-round lead early on.
I think they just gave them a
Win.
too
They take
too
the
much.
site. They just start slowly smoking
The
things
raise nade
off.
was good,
And
but
like you
aside
said,
from
Lakia's
that-
ult kind of just comes out right away. They're able to dance around it, and I think at that point you gain confidence.
Yep.
As Sharks, you can take a little bit more
I
forward
feel like
of a
A is
position.
probably
You see
the most
paranoia being used
difficult
beautifully
site to
towards the end of
retake,
that,
in my
and
opinion.
everybody peeking from whatever angle. Having Light
Mhm.
right
Go
under
Sharks.
and Hell able to just paranoia that entire area, it was huge for that retake. So
Go
Sharks
Sharks.
finding a way through the retake of
They should
NUTURN here
make
as they do shut down the first gun
the
round. and now
leaderboards
we're
look
on
like
to
how they
Sheriff
have
Eyes
them
for
on the
NUTURN
turn.
as we head into round 5.
Maybe.
And while normally you look at this situation and you go, okay,
They're on a
we're
Miko.
likely going to want to give the round
Completely left
to
A.
the team that
I
has
think they're
the
just gonna
better
gamble
artillery.
C.
And NUTURN are
Or actually,
NUTURN
they
are
have
kinda
breach
close
A.
with the sheriffs there.
But the
That's
flank
something
is
that you
being watched.
cannot count them out
KJ's so good on Haven
Ducky
too.
donated $5. You are amazing Pokemon. You cheer me up every day.
Thank you.
Sharks just
Why you
seem
sound so
to
sad?
have
I
the
think
read. I mean, maybe Denaru saw a shoulder
my
there for a moment, but
allergies.
everything they're
They fit
doing
kinda bad
is
today.
slowly moving around.
And
it
so my
seems
nose
like NUTURN
sounds
is
stuffy.
shifting their
I'm
position. That's
confused.
all the
Sharks or sharks?
needs to really
It's
get the edge on
sharks.
the site.
I'm not
This is
sick.
going
It's
to be that
really
round where Sharks will
just
farm out the eco buys
stuffy.
of Allow and the rest of the squad. There's one as they drop a few. This will be huge if we can get another. So Solo doing work here. He could really do some
Those
damage.
digs!
It's a 1v3. He's taken 2, and it looks like
Damn, those are some
Play elsewhere on the
crazy
map,
dig
but-
shots.
I mean, Sharks have full control of the site here. They even have control of Long as well. While the first 2 kills were fun, and
I
they were
wonder if he
flashy,
goes
yes,
for it
he's
or
been
just
able to
saves the
upgrade.
gun.
Yep.
This is difficult. This is a big ask.
I guess it's
So-
better to go for it. He has a
And
gun
Doug,
next
look at how
round
this is
anyways.
playing out for Sharks right now.
You're
This
left.
round, something they can
Ooh.
capitalize. Prozine
Almost got
with
him.
the 4K coming up with his raise. Look how many ultimates they have now. As some are mounting on the side of NUTURN as well, Sharks can
I
now
know
start to
4-1 seems a
capitalize
bit
and
much.
Domino those ults, one after the other. Maybe not everyone this
But
round, a few this
the
round.
side switch can
secure
make a
when it
big
is gonna be
difference.
a gun round for NUTURN and continue to cripple their economy. NUTURN is a team that will play very much around their
Wow.
opponent's economy, running a hard strat right
Those are
when it's
some
going to
nice
reset them, and they
shots.
know they'll be on an eco buy. Right now, they're getting a taste of their own
That
medicine.
crosshair
Sharks
placement is
just-
beautiful.
They have their number. We'll see if
I
it
think
happens.
another thing that is really common of high elo players is to be good with the deagle.
They go slow, Allow with the
If you
operator
get good with the deagle, it can make such a difference on eco rounds.
Early on, a narrow miss. Oh, Laki's in a great spot.
Oh, they didn't even check it.
Surely his position
Nice!
matter. He gets a second one as well as Allows
he got
looking
2.
to add insult to injury. The res is going to come up onto Prozine.
Ult!
I suggest
Oh, he's
was.
good. He
Hands
was
around the
nades
damage.
off.
Still has the showstopper in his back pocket, and Sharks, they get a little bit out of there, but then they're gonna try to flip the map. Oh boy, here comes a good flash. A good flash, an excellent flash. As Prozine had nowhere to go with that showstopper, and that negates an incredibly powerful
His
and
flashes
important
just
They call
canceled
that the
Ray's ult,
peekaboo.
basically.
Oh my word. He just dodged out, missed it, couldn't find him. Now they know there is a bit of commitment
And the
towards
ops
lower.
already
Killjoy
on
can always
A.
be a solo
No
player
way they
because
go
you're
A.
watching the flank, so they have to
No
remember
way.
that.
But that's really smart of them to
What a
rotate.
start to this round.
it's
Sharks
good of
come
Sharks
out
to rotate.
firing towards
And if
B
they-
to start. A great
they're headed
push by
towards garage,
Solo.
and
Sharks
no
kind of
one's there.
consider.
So,
They've gone mid, it didn't work.
for
Check
them.
your flanks, and things get spiced up. Now
Chat
we see what
calling
the
it a
audible is.
Pokio?
They want to all go through garage here,
No,
and they
they're
have the
calling it a
rotation
Rosa
through
ult.
A as well, but no one's going to meet up for a while, Doug. What is
Ew.
going to happen here?
20 seconds
have me
left, and the Sharks
stressing.
really seem no closer to
We
getting onto
can't
the
go
site
back
than they
to
did in the
Poke
beginning.
Ori ults.
As Allow just narrowly misses a shot. 13 seconds left. It seems like
What
the
do you
only
mean,
safe
my
passage
chat?
they have
Okay,
is on to be an early rolling
whatever,
thunder.
y'all can
Solo
roast me.
looks to destroy the lockdown
Phantom,
and
thank
take
you,
care of
21
Fra
months.
as well. The spike looks like it's going to go down just in the nick of time. Allow with the op. In a tight
Uh-oh.
corner.
Here.
Seeing
Dude,
if
what
he
a
can find
stressful
anyone. A straight up
3v3.
3v3 here for this site.
I feel like
Denaru
it's going to
still
come down
has
to ability
the
usage.
Hunter Shuri, but I mean,
because they
from
have
that
the
spot on the
ops,
site,
so.
what can you really do? Excellent
Dude,
setup by
that is-
Dashies as he's able to get 2 more, 4 on the round, looking for the ace.
That'll
Mary drops
save.
pros and gets the last. Sharks get
Wow.
to 5.
What great shots, setups,
His aim is
and
insane.
by
He's
millimeters.
11-2. He's like, yeah, I'm just
walking in
smurfing
and
here,
out
whatever.
Of the eye line of NUTURN. Around the map, into garage, getting a little more info. Back out of garage, and back to the
Wow.
initial play of the round, Doug. Back to B. Back to where it all started.
Wow.
What a round coming in here. And
Is it
from both
pronounced
teams
Gab
as
or
well, we're
Gabe?
seeing
I don't know if
NUTURN
I'm saying
claw
it right.
back
He
these
plays
rounds
Jet on
every
other
bit,
maps.
But Gabshees on the
Playing
Sage.
Jet
Holy
and
moly,
Sage,
this
what a
guy
combo.
is turning it up for Sharks right now. Round 7,
What an
5
unlikely
to 1,
combo.
Doug.
Another
That's
share
me.
for Denaru using that Hunter Shuri early
That's
on.
what I'd be
Prozin's gonna
doing.
Take that opportunity to dash onto the site. Grenade good for 1. The ult's good for another.
I understand they were trying to
Prozin's
push
looking for
that
more. They've gotten onto the
to
site.
get
They've
some
gotten on
lucky
there really
ecos,
free.
but
Lucky was able to take 1 a consolation prize. That's all it was, as Leish looks to get the spike down.
the Sage slow for Silva ult is very nice. That's true. I didn't notice that.
This is the
gotta have, like,
Sharks we
lineups
saw
for
in the
that.
mods right there.
Yeah.
Just light the fuse, a firecracker right off
Oh, they got
the
2
rip.
kills.
They take that one.
And
Was
2
around they should have been
shields.
taking with the
That's
eco
decent.
on the side of NUTURN, but they
Much
are
love.
really making it tough for NUTURN here. It's either got to be orb focus or
Sharks
a
easy
few
2-0,
more frags
not even
so they
close.
can start cycling
Honestly,
their
with the way
ultimates. 12, 2,
Gab is
and
playing,
5.
if that's how you pronounce
Crashies
it.
there as they start off with
I
this
ain't
one,
surprised.
opening the site up and instantly executing. This is the kind of combination utility I love to see, Doug.
Yeah, this has been a very impressive start from Sharks, and I think one of the things we have to keep in mind
From
here
Sharks.
is when we think about attacking teams on
Sorry.
Haven, they're often given the advantage.
I think
it
it
looks
said
like
as
we're in a
Gabe.
pause. This is actually perfect.
Gabe.
Thank you, production, for letting me explain this point.
I'll just say Gabe because I feel like that
You
makes more sense.
often think about
than
attacking
Gab.
teams having the advantage because of their ability to effectively manipulate
Yeah.
defensive rotations, right? You've got 3 sites, you can make some noise,
Not Gabe, it's
kind
Gab.
of pull them
Okay, it's
around,
Gab.
and then you hit once you've really kind of
Whatever
like
chat
a
tells me
puppet on
I'll do.
strings, right? You can control the way they're going to go, but I think the thing that's really impressed me out of Sharks so far, Riv, is that that's not how they're winning. NUTURN have not been like pulled around by eye candy and by trickeration. They're on the site, and Sharks are just mowing them over. So it's a very different style.
LMAO
And the
Hunt, it's
concerning
Gabe.
thing is that it's working, and it's working.
Can I get a
really well right
confirmation
now.
from anyone?
Yeah, you know, I came in pound for pound, saying pound for pound, NUTURN stacks
no
up
clue.
better player
Why
for
you
player.
need
I
to keep
think
for the
Light over
11s?
Perry was one of the ones that was not the 2-team controllers, but they are making me eat crow on that statement, Doug. Holy moly, Sharks
Is this another
everybody's
pause?
confident in their shots. Communication is up, something I didn't see in their VODs. They are
Don't do
communicating
us
so
like
well
that.
aggressively and defensively. One of
Another
the things
one?
I noticed was that they would push
Another
up.
one?
They love to play aggressive, so they're raising their jet,
A
would show
tactical
somewhere.
timeout.
And then it seems like none of their other defensive rotations would move. You know, they would stay, and then the site would get taken.
I was so
Here,
used to watching CS
everybody's
tournaments that
moving
sometimes
together.
it
It's
looks
like
like
watching a
aim is kind of
baseball
lacking
diamond
Valo. I
get
don't know if aim is
manipulated by a
harder in
play,
Valo though,
and
someone
they're all
explain.
in sync.
I think
and
it's
hard
more
for
so
NUTURN to
that
stop.
if you were to make a pie chart, I was about to pull up paint. If you were to make a pie chart of the importance of aim in how good a player is or how successful or how much a player wins, it's less of the pie in Valorant than it is in CSGO. Especially because of the ability usage and just the way the game is played. Aim is just like a smaller percentage, essentially. And taking into consideration things like running and gunning and just stuff that is less common in CSGO. I don't know how common a wall banging
As soon as he finishes the ultimate, allows
And
fully
movement.
online, folks, as he's already gotten 3 on the round.
Or like how
Sharks
important
just down to
movement is in this
scraps
game.
as their attempt
And
at
those
getting
good-
onto
in that
A
game.
goes absolutely
Yeah.
sideways.
I think
Smited prayer,
Allow
thank you
realized that bank
sentiments.
account
Quick
might
shot
go
called
in the
him
red just in a
Gab.
second here, so
Okay.
he picked up a few
Gab.
$200 stacks to throw in there. Solo
But don't
gets taken
bomb.
down by
He's
Crashies.
insane.
He is always
He
good
is
for 1 or
actually
2, and how many more
insane.
will it be this round?
It's like he's smurfing.
Slowly, quietly, tried cutting noise, tried
That shot was clean
giving
though.
off the idea that they may be rotating away,
That's
but
a
no,
hard
he's
shot
still
to
there.
play
Now
around,
the spike is
'cause
on no man's
It
land.
almost looked like
Denaru and
an off angle a little bit.
I mean,
He was
it-
moving.
nearly
Almost.
impossible
Almost got the
situation. And
Soda
while
too.
it was exciting at first,
Is
Laski
Valorant
got
made by
one,
Valve?
but
Nope.
round
CSGO is made by Valve.
goes. So
Valorant is
NUTURN,
made by Riot Games.
off the backs of Allow, seem to get something going, but
Yep.
it really has been Sharks the entire way.
Absolutely. That was a
That
needed
guy,
round. And we
that caster, he's the one who keeps saying shards. There's one that says it more than
And they
everyone
came up
else.
with a few of their own rounds. The one we just saw previously was them tiptoeing around the
Who
absolute
is he?
defense and eye lines.
Why are you
of
saying
NUTURN. So they're
shards?
finding different ways each time, but NUTURN's
Stop
gonna turn it up
it.
every so often. That's one of those rounds, and let's see if they can do it again to start
Pulling
the economy
them
flow in their
in.
favor. Doug, they have to chip away at what Sharks has built here to really
Are
get back.
these real questions? I feel like someone's testing Poki. No. I did say
devastating.
noob-friendly stream,
and
so
a nade on that back corner.
we are not assuming any stupid questions.
Fortunately for NUTURN, nobody was there. Surely they would have died.
Yep.
But for NUTURN here, they still have these 3 ultimates in tow.
NUTURN,
And
that's how you
Sharks,
pronounce it.
They want to make real damn sure that there's nobody back in that corner.
No, but it's mainly one guy who's making it sound like
They
shards.
have res here. That's going to be difficult taking C. Always is if you're trying to get an open site like that under res if it's not a pick previously. Spike's still down, or I'm sorry, picked up by Lich, but all the way back towards spawn here. And you can see that defensive play by NUTURN. Give a bit of space, feel more comfortable with the ults you have. No reason for Lakia to be just firefighting in garage. Hunter's Fury
Jet's
is there
gonna hear
to
the
take
drone.
down the spike as it hits.
Hence why the
To see
breach
if they
is
can
rotating
focus where
A.
that goes. It's going to be a
and the
NUTURN
raise.
call. And again, Brazil.
He's
that
droning up
region,
here,
a
but
lot of
honestly,
the
it's gonna
regions
end up
that
being
are
kind of like a
NA,
bait.
EU, Korea going super slow.
I feel like
when they're known for going
they've
super
been doing
fast,
a
and it
great
seems
job
to
at
be routing NUTURN. Here we go.
Lakia using the Hunter's Fury.
making it difficult
As,
for
the kill
NUTURN
feed just,
to
like,
know which
plays
site
red.
they're going
Sharks
to
have already
execute on.
taken care of 3. Lich is going to get the spike down solo. Shows
I
up
would
the
love to
party
see
and
NUTURN
a
just
bit
do
late.
like
Unfortunately
one
for him, is
nasty,
Ian Lau find themselves in a 2v5. No real
flank.
access to the site. There's a wall that's denying any
but it
sort
is
of
really
entry
hard
from
because they have a
garage.
killjoy. Who's pretty
And Riv,
anti-flank.
it was another impressive take by Sharks. The one thing that the one pattern.
See,
that,
that guy says sharks.
Rap 11 donated
The other guy
$5.
says sharks
I'm
for
going to
sure.
bed.
Hit a
Good
site.
night.
They've invested
Good
a lot
night.
of utility.
Ismail,
They're
thanks for
making
subbing.
their
Welcome.
presence known, and then they rotate out just
I don't
a little
understand
bit to come
anything
right
about
back
Valorant
to the
except
exact same spot.
search,
And
kill,
both
destroy.
times we've seen that, it's
I don't
worked.
think it's search, kill, destroy. It's just planning, bomb, and defusing.
Single duelist, you know, Prozine doing what he can on the raise, but it's not a duelist we are seeing step up. It's Gabshi.
They use
the
Sova ult
rest
to
of the
push site,
team
very
as
smart
well.
for not
I mean,
getting kills.
team
Yeah,
effort, obviously.
their
We gotta
executes
keep
have been
calling them out at the top of
clean.
the scoreboard.
They have their bases
We
covered.
see Prozine right there behind him, being the duelist that he can. But Gabshi has been such a
waiting.
flank, info grabber, silent lurker. For a Sage to not be with the team, he's honestly playing that like Arena off in the distance without
Did you
a
see
blind.
how they peeked back sight on both sides of the box at the same time? The coordination is
and
just...
it distracted Lakia and B, and then they finally
So
ended
good.
there at the wall. So the way he's playing Sage is incredible.
Oh, it was there. It was a beautiful setup. You heard the
Yeah, if
flash,
you
you
got
heard
the
the blade storm. They
Q-play.
dash across. Now the res is on there. And while the res does channel through, they know where it was. Solo's not able to convert onto any of that. And through the
Well,
chaos,
at least he
that
looks
was the first
blinded.
couple
I don't know if
seconds
he
of that
actually
round,
was.
NUTURN find themselves in a 3v5.
Crazy.
Slowly
Also,
moving it
I
back.
feel like the breach has been
And
using...
it's a little bit of a push
his
here from
flashes
Lakia.
very
He could be in
defensively.
danger. This is going to be a drone coming around. He'll get seen out. He hears it, and now he knows
Oh,
he
what
might
if
be
they
in a
don't
pretty
go
sticky
short?
situation. So he looks to rotate
Oh.
out, gets clipped. Lich comes up with the frag there, and now it's going to be the movement
That was so
towards
close to
A.
being good, but he just...
Again
didn't
and
land a
again,
shot.
Doug, we see dwindled numbers of NUTURN
my
trying
God,
to
you didn't see
hold
the
or
raise
retake
cross.
a site here as Sharks is just able to open it up. But Perry says, maybe not this time.
Perry already good for 3, but only 4 bullets. And it's gonna run dry. Had a chance at 4. Got
Very
cleaned up.
NT.
Suggest
1v1
Gabshi's in a
and it's
1v1.
the...
Gabshi's has been
Oh no!
electric.
He knows where you
Up
are.
until this point, has the spike, has 30 seconds left, can certainly flip the map, and it looks like it's
Dude.
exactly.
If you want one guy who's
See you later,
alive
Gator.
at the end of the round,
Gonna be a wall right side.
you want it to be Gabe.
This could be a blast pack right up
Ready?
on top of
Gab,
the B.
gab,
and then he
gab.
shoots down onto him. Sees him for a second.
Setting up the wall. Clean
Okay, so he
break.
just goes for the firefight. And that's a tough one to take against Gabshis.
He's just
Suggest
better.
Coming up
Like,
short
he's-
on that,
his-
and Gabshis just
his
continues
aim
to
is
show
just
he's
better.
here to send a message with Sharks in their first game at
I
us.
mean, it is kind of like
I mean,
top fragger versus
16 and
bottom
3.
frag.
Dude's,
That's so
dude's feeling
unfortunate.
himself. And I think the other concerning thing here, Riv, is that NUTURN showed
He's
something
built
different.
diff.
Right? They dialed up aggression. They tried to flash and dash with the blade storm. They threw something at Sharks that they have not seen
Wow.
before, and Sharks handled it effortlessly.
I don't think Ray's played that proper though.
See where they go this round. Setting up again to just kind of read what utility they may find. NUTURN wants to
I
push
don't know
the
if it's
pressure. They
worth
like
the
to do
peek
that on
there.
some saves, but they're also
Especially knowing how
partially
good
buying through here.
Gab's aim is.
We'll see if they continue to push. They know where a few are, and they can kind of
How's
figure
he
out
playing
Sharks
Sage?
is
I think
playing
he usually
this round
plays Jet,
slow. It's
or
how
at least
far
that's
they
what I
can
heard.
get up to see where Sharks would be going. Nice pressure from Allow so far. And this is actually how Sharks has been able to start picking apart NUTURN.
Yep.
Because now, if NUTURN doesn't like what they found out, they start to
I mean, I
back
think
up, and
breaking
they're
the
not in
wall was
position,
good,
and
but
it
if I
seems
was
to
him, I
be
would have
when
gone
Sharks
to
is
the
pulling
right
the
side,
trigger,
or
they
at
just
least
have
like
this timing
forced
down.
him to
So
plant,
another 30
because the
seconds,
Sage is on a
let
time
Sharks
crunch because
continue
he
to do
needs to
this.
plant.
You figure out a few things, and we'll see their movement.
I only forced the peek if that's like your only option, but it
First
wasn't
bit of
there.
info that's been gathered is Allow gets tagged up. has
Then
to
again, I'm not a
flash
pro,
back.
so
Meanwhile, I do like this from Solo.
Maybe that's not the
Taking
best way to
the
play
middle of
it.
the map away, an aggressive denial of space.
Yep.
Ooh, they smoked the bot.
Frankly, and he's in a great spot to blow this up again.
Oh, good
He's going
lurk.
to show up right behind them. If he goes undetected,
like
he's going to flip
this.
this thing on its head. He's been spotted solo. Good for one.
That's
So
what I
yes,
mean.
the kill gets traded out of Prosine.
With the
There
lurk,
comes the paranoia.
let's go.
The dash out from Poised as well as he's able to connect it onto Suggest.
He played that
looking
raise
for
ult
more.
so well.
As they get
That's what
onto
I
the
need to
site
do more when
again,
I'm raise
NUTURN
ulting.
can't
You need to
stop
look
anything. They can't
around
stop a
and check
nosebleed
every
right
small
now.
corner,
And
'cause
Sharks
they
just
usually just
continue to
hide in
run
a corner.
over all of NUTURN.
Another 30-second
Nice.
strat from Sharks. Just walking the other team around. It's you don't get your first confident shot, your first angle, what your strat on defense would be.
Well,
And Sharks is doing a
you
great
still
job at
in
reading
damage?
that and getting their way into the site. These rounds as well, they make sure they don't lose too much here. You got to give credit to NUTURN for taking down a few members. But with the way the rounds are going, that is
9
just
stars, thank you to 2 months.
money bags on the side of Sharks right now. So you're even going to need more than a few rounds, more than a few ults to tear
10
through what they're
and
able to buy
2
round
would
after round
be
here. Gabshi's not even really
really
needed in that
tough
round.
to
Still
come
16 and
back
3. So the rest of the team coming up, you can see they're all working together here. And we'll see just again how they execute straight to the back, forced
This would
out.
be really,
And
really,
it's on their
really
terms.
tough.
It really is.
I know I mentioned this a bit ago, but again, I have to touch on the fact that the most impressive thing about Sharks and their performance here for me is that NUTURN are showing them
Sharks.
different looks, right? Like they're showing them variety and how they want to play things out. It's not this just like run your head against the wall and Sharks are just able to, right? Like they figured it out. They know the solution. NUTURN have shown them different things. You think about that aggressive peak down C long. You think about
How
Solo
many
getting
technical
behind
pauses
them,
do they need?
right? Like there was a perfect pinch there. They were all sitting there and they had a chance to play
You're
around
6
that, but
Poki,
Sharks
I'm a
just
little bit
the
6.
resiliency that
Well,
they've
no,
shown,
I'm
their
not 6,
ability
it's
to
just I have a
handle
very stuffy
anything that
nose.
NUTURN throws their way has been really impressive.
Today for some reason.
Looking at the VODs I did of Sharks and how
Thank
they play
you for
to how they
emphasizing the
play
K.
now, it makes regional sense. It's night and day, but they play to their
I am
opponents.
so sure that
if
someone is in the
Vikings going to
commentator's
play
ears and they're like,
retake
hey,
and aggressive,
hey guys, everybody
that
thinks
means
that you're
Sharks
saying
had to push
Sharks.
forward and go for a little
Can you
bit
emphasize
more. I
the
think
K
that's
a
why
little
we
bit
saw
more?
more of that. Now they play to NUTURN, who wants to play a little structured, ready to get into a site, and they're saying, okay, we'll wait too. We'll see if we can draw your util. And it's a complete paradigm shift from what
so
we saw
happy.
from them in Brazil. So I think a lot of people are stunned right now at what Sharks is bringing out. NUTURN still trying to find a way to adapt to it. Haven being one of NUTURN's favorite maps. This is even more of a pleasure to see from Sharks as well, coming in here to represent. And you gotta say, you can't
Blockers,
forget,
thank you for the 22 months.
NUTURN takes down Vision Strikers to get here. And there's a lot of regions that have teams that were unexpected to come. So there's that pressure there. You know, people are expecting you to be able to represent. So hopefully NUTURN
I do
can
feel like
shake
it's
that.
going to be
Hey, we've heard
10
pros
and
say
2.
no matter who you are,
And probably
where you
a quick
are, it's been a
2-0
long time. Any land, first
by the
game
way they're
jitters are there.
playing.
And maybe we'll see those kind of shake off. But Sharks came out hungry, blood in the water, and they shook it off quick.
Has Riot been doing much to kind of showcase the players?
And look, man, like the Scrimbucks were not
Because
in their favor, right? Like that bank account was
I don't know if I'm just out of the loop,
zero because
but I feel like I don't know much about these teams and these players. I used to really like the videos that they would make showcasing specific league players and like their history, where they come from, giving a bit of a storyline to the games, you know?
And here's the thing, even with the composition changes that they're bringing into this, which again,
Hi, is there a favorite region in Valo that is better than the others? I think it's a bit too early to tell right now.
on Haven, right? Like a 17-2 record, 89% win rate. They know the map. They know the map really well. So you add that. You kind of stir that in, right, into the pot.
Didn't they sack all the promo stuff? I sure hope not.
Yeah, you sprinkle a little of that bad boy in there, and this is where you find
That'd be
yourself
so
in a
lame.
very impressive start from Sharks.
Oh, they made one for Shazam? I think I remember seeing that. But that's it.
I gotta say,
Haven't
this
seen
the
any other
strat
ones.
calling that's been going out right now from Fra, the captain of the team. He's been able to play amazingly. You usually see him and Leitch not really having too much of a frag impact. You're like, wow, what are they doing? But their survival rate is very high. They're info grabbers. They're helping the team a lot by relaying, and it's so big for them to actually be alive throughout the round because of what they provide to the team. And we're seeing Sharks utilize that and hardly lose members round to round with the way that they're guarding each other, with the way that they're trading kills. So I don't know what NUTURN does next. Turning up the heat doesn't seem to work. Sharks are turtling when they see that. They have switched up the sights a few times in which way things would be playing and the stars and whatnot. Like we said, we usually saw Perry go for Omen in these situations. Astra would be for Ascent for NUTURN in the past, and they guard orbs very hard. So here it's been a bit of an orb game that fell off a bit, and we'll see if teams get back into it here as attack pause seems to be almost coming to an end. NUTURN's pause as well, I believe, as they're chatting it up. They're looking to see how they can right the ship here as Sharks keep taking chunks out of the boat.
If you are just joining us, ladies and gents, welcome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Hi, hello.
You've missed a proper shellacking out from Sharks as they've really dominated NUTURN up and down the half. They started off on attack on Haven, and there were a lot of question marks for both of these teams, but I mean, I'll be honest, more so, in my opinion, from Sharks, and they've answered every single question that was thrown their way. I believe it's 9-2 right now, and the one, like, saving grace, in my opinion, the one window in which I can see this turning out into a very competitive map is that NUTURN are very good on the attacking half as well. So they can certainly test their mettle on that side, but I think the game that you're playing at that point, if you know that that's your win condition, is how much damage can you mitigate in this point? And if that's the game that they're playing, Riv, up until this point, they've lost.
Oh, Doug, you reminded me of the stat that it kind of surprised me that when we went and looked at these maps for Sharks, their defense was actually a higher percentage. And you're like, wait a minute, but they're aggressive. So it's unfolding quite nicely for them if they can do better on defense on these maps than their attack time after time. Oh, said it. So Dark goes out. Whoa!
Just a bit outside.
I think I just saw that go over my house.
NUTURN
this one's go slow to start.
NUTURN do have a couple of key ultimates in their pocket. They have that Cosmic Divide and then some entry as well. While Sharks are certainly no slouches in that department. We see this fight for A control continue. Now Solo's in a great spot here, and Perry's on the other side as well. Depending on what utility they dial up, there may be something going on here. Here comes the Rolling Thunder gas.
My word.
Knocked up. Oh my gosh! Brosen does it again! He takes care of Lakia and Perry. That's gonna give him access onto A. Riv, everything that NUTURN are dialing up, Shark handle it, and they throw it right back in their faces.
Usually Solo's breach, or however they work it, a suggest or Solo, who's ever playing it, is the one to start the play, to make it work.
Yes.
The fact that we see Sharks shutting that down is huge. Those are curated plays they're ready to make, and Sharks is just reading it. Walks through, can't hear it with all the commotion. Prozine gets another one. 3K on the round. Pull! Shot out of the air.
Allow in a 1v4 against Sharks. It's West Side Story all over again as you hear the ult. Gets cleared out. Allow looking for a little bit more. The dude's a sitting duck here, Riv. I mean, they've got him trapped down. They know exactly where he is. Powerful weapon in tow.
Final round, gotta jump it, gotta make something happen. Timing.
B-movie script according to all known laws of aviation. There's no way that a bee should be able to fly. Planes are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyways because bees don't care what humans think is possible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Berry, breakfast is ready. Booming, hang on a little. Hello, Berry.
And they only lost twice with that composition. But they
Devastator, thanks for subbing. Welcome back.
Double duelist,
or
single
resubbing.
duelist,
Welcome back.
high utility. And they seem to be able
to they got, I mean, yeah, they got the round.
That NUTURN has here. When they're confronted with NUTURN, they outshoot NUTURN. I don't know how to stop that package, Doug.
It doesn't seem like...
I feel a little bit bad for NUTURN.
Like they do either. Again,
this is a toughie to come back from.
Really tells the whole story.
Lifted, thanks for subbing. Welcome.
Fact, that's probably not fully representative of just how impressive of a masterclass Sharks have put on.
I do that, Dark!
If NUTURN were to do it,
he
this is
fucked
it, but you've got to start strong here. The hole that you've dug yourself is far too deep to really allow for much error at all. The margin is very thin.
All right, I'm expecting a playoff Lakia's dart here when it will come back up. The team here to just absorb info. Nice job.
Oh, they have
Sharks.
two people there.
So much ground.
Let's
just
go.
Being here allows the rest of the team to make some small decisions. And as they look to trade each other, pop out, that's going to be the real and deal. Perry and Solo come up with two. and they have a bit of ground. Do they instantly act on it?
That's
Oh my word, Frosten.
so unfortunate.
You can see Perry there with the spike.
Yeah, they kind of got bodied. And look, they don't even go C. They rotate back A.
Left, right, good night, and then they're now Perry rotates.
I think that's
it looks like
decent play.
They do have a star.
But
both stars.
What I thought was really impressive from Sharks is that they would drone up a site and then hit the opposing end of the map, which I think is very, I don't know. Yeah, it's just so confusing for the opposing team. NT. SHK stands for shark. Yeah. Or shark.
Very big.
No, there's a K. It's definitely shark.
Down across the map and know that that was some big retake. They would have been, I'm sorry, Sharks.
Yo, can you imagine a comeback?
Make sure they brought that back in. So you take down Omen, which blind smoke angles, and you take down the Rays, which Roomba nade.
2 and 10.
So
I've seen better.
played in the start here.
Remember when we were like, wait, were we 2 and 10 or was it 1 and 11?
We don't have the buy from Sharks. We saw recently they didn't. A few
We were 1 and 11 and we came back from that. That's insane. I will never forget. I will actually never forget. Until we get a 12-0 comeback.
Dude, big push though. Holy moly, Sharks in the water.
Can you do another unban thing with your cousin? Yeah, I probably could. I think they get this round. So they're 10 and 4, which is decent. But then it's gonna be the 4 gun rounds. It's just gonna be the full gun rounds that will really be able to tell us how this game is gonna go.
And then Perry gets the last one pushing in as well. The spike goes down, Allow cleans up Fra.
I mean, honestly, the fact that
It's another round win for NUTURN.
they got 1, 2, 3 shields, it's pretty decent.
Too much. NUTURN finds that. Let's see how the teams start to
Oh yeah, my cousin said that she'd be down to play something with me. I just don't know what we can play together that would be entertaining on the stream. Waste and Bacon thinks he's 7.
16 for both Prozine and Gobshi.
I don't think it makes sense to play It Takes Two together because we can't play it like side by side.
We'll see here if NUTURN can turn it around. They're the ones attacking. And we are about to head into round 15.
Maybe we can play that bomb defusal game. That one you can actually play beside someone, right?
Good damage.
Those talk darts.
Great damage on that.
Bro!
Oh my word.
Gab is insane and Sharks are so aggressive. I love it. And the way they swing together there is clean. Get your ace! Get your ace, King. You deserve it.
This is the second 4K.
And he's 27 health.
For him, Fra. I might play spoiler again. I think he was the one who took the ace from him the last time.
Give him the ace!
Yep. They know where he is. They're trying to serve it up to him. They're trying to give
Let
it
him
to
have it. He deserves it. With the way he's been playing, he freaking deserves it. Also, I think it's a great call to just have all 3 of them on the same site. And then they can retake as 3. Or you could play VR Phasmophobia. I'm good.
Round for Sharks because you can start to feel some of that shift, right? Like NUTURN get a couple of rounds on the board, you're starting to feel them click.
You can play It Takes Two on the same PC. Really? I actually didn't know that.
A bit of hunting to end this one out. Why not?
Oh, maybe I'll do that
Money's
then.
in their favor and they're feeling good, especially on this first map. You're able to get on the opponent's pick. Make sure they feel the pressure. Make sure you send a message to start off your best of 3.
Then again, a lot is happening this week,
down
so
there to the lower bracket if you can get the
I don't
second
know.
one. Here, she's pushing out a little bit.
You guys aren't letting him get.
Comes into my house and tries to do that. Just shake his head no.
I wanted that to. Was that the first LAN ace? The ace.
Battle sage of
The
Gobshi here coming
ace.
out of Brazil. And we just see the beginning of this, Doug. It's like they read everything about they wanted to do.
The opener was gross, and you see like how Gabshi's got so close to that ace. It was just filth. It was pure filth.
Yeah. His aim, his shots,
Wow.
his reaction time is just a tier above everyone else's in this game right now.
That means it's only $1,900 going to the side of NUTURN. Look how much this messes up their buy. Yep. When you don't get the full buy, but know you need to pressure, this is the kind of situation Sharks is creating with that quick buy again to flip-flop the money. And Sharks knows it. Sharks knows they can play safe here. They know they're against an odd buy, and they don't have to go wild.
Nice, Molly.
For NUTURN, you can tell they wanted to hit B. They invested the shock dart to clear out any potential killjoy utility that could have been sitting there. Any nano swarms, any alarm bots.
If they hit B right now,
the one thing they weren't able to clear out, which is still up and kicking.
I mean, it's actually not that bad because they still have 2 on either site.
Eerily quiet.
And still only 1 B.
Over where they want to hit this.
Maybe they're trying to see if they invest more util here,
maybe something
or if they can sense more than one person here,
right.
and then rotate. But
Moving around, so switching the Sova and the Sage to make sure their slows on B and all the attention on vision and intel on A now.
Don't hit B, guys!
I think this is going to be the fault line through. And the
Gab is there. The freaking Sage is there. Don't hit B. Legit, if I'm NUTURN here and I see the Sage is nearby, I just leave.
Sneaky sneak to allow manages to get on there.
I do that in my games a ton. If one guy is popping off over everyone else, my game plan is literally to hard hit wherever he's not.
To control Garage, that's often such a highly exploited area of the map to deny things, but Riv, they may have gotten too far off the site. There's nobody watching things right now.
What?
Looking, trying to get the diffuser, trying to wallbang through there and deny things, and so far, it seems to be working. I don't know that Sharks are going to be able to get in at this point. Good spot. Janaru good for 1.
Sovas.
Tee him up. There's a second. But a great round. A great round from NUTURN.
Wowie.
Honestly, they had to pull that card out. Face to face, they have not been able to do much against Sharks. If you can get under their skin and make it work without them seeing you, do it every time, even if it puts you in that moment. Because with the retake, we see NUTURN what they're able to produce. You can play retake.
Guys, there's no way Sharks loses this,
so
right?
there, they get out, play retake on it if they
Still,
even need
your
to.
girl Tyler thinks they're 2 months. There's no way, right?
NUTURN or Sharks down at that point. So
there's no way.
Great job, Lakia doing his best. Oh my word.
Oh no! Somebody said nopers,
and it was found some recent success. And Prozen looking to stuff it. Blast Pack's aggressive. The flash was there. Prozen good for 1.
For being racist.
Hunter's Fury's going to come out as well as Denaro joins.
Oh my gosh, Sharks.
Denaro using one of his own as Lakia manages to get a kill.
Because they did 2 Ps.
Don't know if Denaro's going to find the same success, but what he did do was clear out a good bit of space.
Why?
Light's the only one.
Why?
Without an upgraded weapon here, Fra. Going aggressive, Fra, good for it. Lakia drops the spike, but Perry right there at the exact right time.
What is racist about 2 Ps? I think it's an accident.
More aggression coming in from Sharks, but Light gets dropped.
It's so troll.
Suggest was super low. That was a very big trade to take Lich down. And we saw it was Sharks picking up a few of those weapons, able to make themselves a bit stronger here on the defensive round. Now they push through to
it's a winnable 2v3, but it's a very tough 2v3.
Plant goes down, but Perry is the lurker. Like I said, the quiet
to get the
info gatherer
nice.
with the high
winnable now.
Of life chance. And there he goes.
Unless he dies here.
Nice shot by Suggest. This could leave it up to Perry. Here's
that guy is quite simply too good. But the Astra's gonna come from CT, which is really good because they were last seen Garage.
Just narrowly missing as you see.
So the Sage is gonna expect them Garage. Oh no, he's just too good. He's just too good.
Gonna get the defuse and get Sharks to map point.
He's actually his game sense, his aim, his freaking everything. He's too good.
12-5 game point for match 1. And another round that comes down to the wire, frag after frag.
Wow.
See the scoreboard here. Who's been able to put up?
He built
been able to help out.
For real.
And you see the clutch coming in.
It was beautiful across the board. Again, you see that aggression early on, and the thing is,
I didn't see that before.
That Gabshis finds himself in is
What a great race play.
self-created to find himself here in this I mean, gorgeous clutch moment powered by Red Bull. That
Amos,
just,
thanks for
I mean,
subbing.
really puts the
Biz1,
icing
thanks
on
for
the
subbing.
cake. You understand why we've been talking about him so much. It's because he's been able to do stuff like that. NUTURN are calling in another tack as they, I mean, they feel the pressure at this point, facing, I mean, staring down the barrel of going down 0-1.
Absolutely, and
What is
for the
this?
money to go back and forth like this at these rounds,
I don't
and
know.
have Sharks capitalize on one, NUTURN capitalize on one, you get $1,900 when you lose that first round, 3,000 for the win. And it'll go up 500 each time.
taser.
But they're trading off
It's a
giving each other
radio.
$1,900 for that
checks
round,
your tire
plus
pressure.
200 for whatever kills.
Huh.
What I'm trying to say
That
here
could-
is
that could
with
be
what
important.
Sharks has built up,
Maybe.
that doesn't really affect them.
It's the
They've just gotten to the
diffuser.
point where a few of their buys are off. You'll see them on Econ here. And that's where NUTURN
It's
has
a
been able
lady
to chip back
shave.
a little bit. But it's hurting
What would be
them
the
even
difference
more as it
between a
goes
guy
back and
shave and a
forth.
lady
So Sharks is doing
shave?
a
Come
good
on
job
now.
at not letting a flow happen for NUTURN at all, and always sticking their foot in the door. There's a lot of things going on there with the way Sharks is trying to stop NUTURN, and whether it's util, whether it's econ, whether they're just going for the throat because they know it is an eco round and they're sending a message. NUTURN doesn't really have an answer.
No,
Oh,
going
played
in.
shot.
Go ahead, Rick.
Oh no, he just played the shot. He played music on his air. I love that.
10 seconds away from kicking off the round, and for NUTURN, it looks pretty standard, right? Like, there's nothing flashy that's dialed up. You don't see anything aggressive early on. It looks like it's going to be pretty defaulty, and they have plenty
Defaulty.
of ultimates to work with here. Gabshi's going to get tagged up by the gravity well early
Wow,
on.
you cannot
Big Storm
aim Sage
online
Orb
for a loud.
during that.
See, they slowly move in. Again, we have not seen too much pressure towards garage. We saw that said that at the middle of the map. It's usually just a util grab in and out. Looks like they may try to work it here as Alao goes in, dropped by Prozine to start, and the 1-for-1 for both teams.
Oh, both stoppers net
man.
kills as
Frozen's
Frozen gets the
just
second,
going
not able to
off.
get, looking for the third, not able to get the fourth as the clip runs dry, but Perry looking to keep the map alive for NUTURN in a 1v2.
2v1, but I